Okay, guys, let's talk about step 7. Step 7 is very important because it's going to help you to really pay attention to your goals, pay attention to what you're doing, and help you to stay on task. And that's part of step 7, day 7. And again, these steps are going to take you longer than 7 days, but 7 days is just the process of how I want you to think when it comes to, let me go to the next step, let me go to the next step, let me go to the next step. It's 7 steps that I want you to really focus in on. Step 7 has 3 levels. One is to stay focused and also to not pay attention to what the other person is doing. So somebody else might close on their house before you. So I don't want you to get discouraged and try to figure out how they did it or their way. I want you to stay focused on your path, on your credit, on your balances, on everything that you're doing so that you can definitely meet the goals that you're trying to accomplish. So the first part of step 7 is to stay in your lane, focus on your goals, and stay on task. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to visualize the process, not the house. I don't want you to pay attention to, I want this house. Yes, you want this house, but you also want to visualize the process, meaning think about what it's going to take to get you there. Do you need to reduce what you're doing? Do you need to move into a smaller place so you can save a little extra money to go towards your purchase? Do you need to take on another job to be able to afford this house? I want you to literally visualize yourself paying off your debt. I want you to visualize not a vision board, but something like a vision board in your head. I want you to literally think about what it is you're going to be doing to get this house. It's work. It's not just going to come to you. No one is coming to save you. So my goal is to help you understand the process, help you understand that it takes focus, it takes determination, and it takes you to actually pay attention to what you're doing. Even when you're coming out of the grocery store, picking up things that take your extra money, pay attention to that. I want you to visualize the process. And then thirdly, I want you to start looking at taxes in each area. I want you to start looking at the type of house you want. Do you want a ranch? Do you want a bi-level? Do you want a split level? Do you want a lot of land? Pay attention to the taxes in each area. I want you to think about the school districts. Even if you don't have kids, I want you to think about the school districts, because even though you're going into a property, I want you to think about your exit. I want you to think about, if I have to sell this house, how fast would it sell? Is the school district good? Does it have 3 or more bedrooms? Because that's important. What is the square footage of my house? And, the monthly payment, things of that. I want you to think about where you want to move, what kind of house you want, what type of land you want. What are your must-haves? What are your must-haves in a house? So I want you to think about that. Number 1, stay in your lane. Don't worry about what the other person is doing. If they buy a house before you, if they get a new car during the process. And that's something else to think about. While you're going through this process, I do not want you to make any big purchases. Not a car, not furniture, nothing. We are reducing debt. We are not adding to it. So do not go out and buy a new car while you're doing this process, while you're taking on these steps. Don't go out and buy any major thing. The only thing I want you to do is focus on improving your credit and reducing your credit, and increasing your income if possible. Okay, step number 1, stay in your lane. Don't worry about the other person. Step number 2, I want you to visualize the process. Step number 3, I want you to start thinking about what you want in a home and looking at the taxes in the areas that you are looking at. Make sure you pay attention to that. You don't want to move to an area where the taxes are $12,000 and you're paying $1,000 a month just for taxes before the mortgage. unless you can afford that. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the taxes in the areas that you're looking at. I want you to pay attention to the square footage and the school districts. Those are the things I want you to pay attention to. On top of that, I want you to pay attention to your must-haves in a house so that when you buy your house, you have no regrets. Okay, so replay this, pay attention to the steps. This is day 7, step 7 to improving your credit to purchase a home. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.